In the summer of 2015, my creative bladder ran dry. I found that, unlike normal, I was not gushing ideas down the front of my trousers, nor waking up in the middle of the night on a mattress sodden with creative vision. Was I terrified? No, never. Rarely. Not that day. I know from experience that when your creative bladder is empty, you just need to fill it right back up again with a lovely strawberry milkshake, aka imagination inspiration. As we all know, the very best kind of inspiration comes from a change of scenery.
You sick of staring at the same four walls? Well, find some new walls, my friend, and stare at them.
I had a very similar drought when I was 17, at which point I took a day trip to Legoland Windsor on my own, had a terrific day, and even wrote the bulk of a quite moving poem in the queue for the Jolly Rocker. Problem solved. So I packed a bag, phoned my parents to ask them for some more money, and headed to Gatwick, ready to hop on the first flight I could find, which just happened to be to a mystical place called Faro.
But not me. Where's Faro?
Well, I don't mind telling you, my little wooden chum, that's a question that I googled myself minutes after purchasing my tickets. Turns out it's in Portugal. So there I was, jetting off to the land of... Bacon? No, that's Denmark. Clogs, Netherlands. Once I found my new home for the week just down the coast in a place called Albufeira, I headed into the town. I didn't take the camera yet, as I wasn't really sure whether I could trust the Portuguese people to not steal it. I was once betrayed by a Spaniard. In my quest for a young lady's affections, I don't think I've ever really forgiven the country or its people ever since. And as Portugal is, to the best of my knowledge, the Wales to Spain's England, I thought it safest to confer my mistrust onto the Portuguese. I needn't have worried, however. There were no Portuguese people there, just English people. Sweaty, boozy, horny, sunburned, ugly English people. Eating English food, drinking English drinks, watching English football on the television. This was barely Portugal at all. I felt betrayed and a little disgusted. In fact, the only bright point of that day was on the way home when I stopped in at a family pub called Fat Cats for a Coke float.
I entered a competition here yesterday afternoon for to win a plastic space ray gun. It seemed pretty cool. It lights up and makes sounds. It was guess the sweets in the jar, and ended up being a dead heat. I guessed 6 less. A young chap of about 8 guessed 6 more. Had we been playing Bruce's Price is Right rules, I would have won, of course, which I did explain to them. They claimed that they weren't. So we did another one, and he guessed 63. I guessed 64.
Tactics. However, the following day, when I ventured back into town to take some of the footage that's been so deftly woven into this video, that the trip took a turn for the brilliant. I stumbled upon a place of wonder and magic, a little place called Teddy Mountain. This was an emporium of many goods, not the least of which was sunglasses. And it was there, at Teddy Mountain, that I found the sunglasses that would change my life forever. Oh my god, cliffhanger, right?